Alright everybody, welcome back to Surviving Mars. We're here on day 81, and last time we were here we went over how I got my next dome set up basically. First dome was up and running, got a second dome set up with some more colonists in there, we got some homeless, we got some unemployed colonists. We're going to fix that with our nice medium-sized dome. But first we're going to have to build a small dome. Doesn't require any polymer. We'll go with this one that doesn't cost us polymer, just metal and we'll go with that. Because what I explained last time is that these domes were just one hexagon too far away, so the passage couldn't reach. So I have to build this intermediate dome so I can connect passage through here to here. That was the best solution that when I googled on the internet that they said could be come up with, is to just link these passages, and you can have like services in here basically. Like you can have like some shopping centers and whatever. Not too much living in here, but you can have like shopping, and so people from this dome, or like a gym or something, so people in this dome can come and enjoy the stuff here, and so can these people. But also what I figured out on the internet is that you can't travel boom boom 2 domes away. Or if you live in this dome, you can't come work in this dome at least. Like these homeless residents, I'll probably put them up in this shack because this is where I'm going to be building new stuff. But yeah, that's what I learned on the internet. So I'm going to get this up and running hopefully in the next 20 days because we're switching to 20-day updates now. Instead of the 30 days, it just takes way too long. I'm here long enough as it is. And yeah, that's oh, what do these need? Machine parts? Need machine parts? Oh yeah, I have machine parts on the way with this guy. Right. Alright, so that is the plan. I will get to it and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Alright guys, how's it going? It is day 100. It is basically the day I said I'd come back to you. Nothing really interesting happened. During that time, a few events that did occur is that we had a meteor shower over here, so I mean that didn't really affect us. Just popped up some new metal and polymers that were like must have been inside the meteors, and then now we're opening on the surface for us to collect. Let's say like this area, like look at all this metal now that's sitting here, and some polymer in there too. So meteor strike, we had one there, and then we had one like all the way up here or something like that in this sector, so really no huge impacts on our colony, which is good. And at the same time, oh, maybe some here hit, which is good because that would have been real fucky if we would have got hit by meteors. Just don't have lasers yet. I'm researching them right now. They're in the process. They're in the research list, queued up. Oh. So a few things. I built another launch pad again. I know I've been kind of playing around, messing around with them, but I think that one will stay. This one will stay, and maybe I can fit a third one in there. Not that I've ever had 3 rockets come at once. I've had 2, but a third rocket, like I just don't have the money to be spending on rockets to bring them home, bring them in. Excuse me. Additionally here, I flattened this out and then built a ramp up it to create sort of a power grid up here. This is just kind of the beginning of it. I'll eventually be able to build across this if I wanted to. Um, just to get more power generation, because running all this shit, which you know it requires a lot of power, and so we're running out a few times there. A few of these domes went down, were like not on life support or no power, so I was like, well, I guess I need to generate more power. Solar panels are nice, like they function during the day, but then at night it was like, you run out of juice, so fix that. So finally fixed that. Took a while because this is pretty new. Drone hub, I just decided to throw it up here to maintenance this, along with this universal depot to provide resources. I was just doing it with like an RC command, basically. This guy, he's going somewhere, I don't know. Same with this new drone commander I built down here to kind of... Wasn't really thinking about this because I have this commander here. But to service like this dome and stuff going down here, because this... You can see the outlines, they overlap when you have one selected, so this hub only goes out here, so I needed to build another one for the minimum to get that extractor, but it also helps service all the stuff, gets the resources to come out here, do shit. But yeah, and these, you might just see these are just charging stations. I have a pod here that I'm trying to set up, just to give our drones, you know, some juice. They don't make it back to the hub in time to charge themselves. They have charging stations all over the place. Trying to. So yeah, I don't remember if this was built, but I got this rare metal extractor. Rare metal extractor up and running. Pretty pressed for colonists right now. As you can see, I have 47 unfilled work slots, 66 disabled, but that's okay. Some people can be this is automated, so it doesn't really matter. These people can be, or these are robots working here, so they can run all the time. Like, I don't know how it functions, like if people all sleep at night at the same time, or if like some people will be like, yeah, because there's this thing in here that workers will lose sanity if they work during the night shift, which, so I haven't turned that on yet. That's like, so will they recover their sanity like during the day, or will they just stay awake all day? And then, yeah, that's why they lose sanity, because I don't know, some of these mechanics in the game just don't understand. Because this is also a side note, we had our first colonist die. He was one of our founding members, actually, it turned out, and he just passed away from old age, so that was good. But all that happened is that his body was just dead. It was just lying here. It obviously decomposed or disappeared, timed out basically. He was just lying here dead. It's like, really, game? You couldn't have put in a cemetery building at all? Didn't think about that one when people die? So he was just chilling out. As a side note, so it's just like some of the things is like are not well explained, and it's like, well, if I do this, is this gonna eventually correct itself, or is it just gonna be in a perpetual cycle of losing sanity? People that work the night shift, I don't know. So I haven't touched it yet. Maybe I'll start with like one building and see how it goes. But for now, it's just kind of don't even bother with it. This guy's an engineer. Nice. Going to the diner. Nice. So these guys are in school. Nerd. That's pretty alright. Nerd or religious. Religious gives you a boost in morale. Nerd gives you a boost when a research is complete. So the spots are here. Just making sure all my services have service bots. Well, maybe I'll start here in this dome, this service dome, for this connector dome, basically. Also, I don't understand what the point of this is. Like, these passages, again, I'm on the passages. Like, this is an entrance into your dome. Passages don't link up to here. They have to use up a hex space in here, which is when I was researching these back when I had the conundrum that I dealt with in the first place, this long travel, is that passages were kind of an afterthought by the developers put in because they didn't think, you know, your colonists would want to traverse the domes or that would be necessary to traverse the domes. Whatever that means. So I was like, okay, sure. But, yeah, so like passages, like, you know, maybe it would make sense, like, yeah, link up there. You'd have to, maybe as a requirement, leave one open so new people could come in, but like the other two, because there's usually 3 on a dome. More on this one. Yeah, so one has to be open for colonists to enter in or exit out of. But the other passages you could like link up. And anyways, that's just a side thought. Like, I don't know. This game come out in 2018, so I don't know if there's like still much development on it, or if this is kind of it. You're just kind of working with what they got. Like, if the developers and creators even care anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about the game to know those kinds of things. A brave citizen, but he's no specialization. Well, you better frickin' go to school and learn something, all you guys. Yeah, so these guys are part of the Van Buren Dome, which is this dome. But you can come here, you can move one dome adjacent, basically to use any services or recreational activities or comfort things, which basically is all this dome is for. Not much for anything else, because it's I put a small dome here for a reason. It's not going to be used for much anything else. It's just a little fun dome. So yeah, I got like a nice park here. Got a gym over on this side, and I got a playground over here. Not quite finished out yet, but I plan on taking a break because I've been trying to develop in here. Because as you can see, I have one Earth-sick colonist, so that's not great. So I've been trying to increase their comfort level, and I put in because some of the things they wanted to game. So I put an electronic shop which satisfies shopping and gaming. They also wanted to shop, I think, didn't they? No available service building, shopping -10, gaming -10, dining -10. So I put in, wouldn't you have it, a diner. For dining, social, and food, and then shopping, gaming. This is just a nursery that's been here for a while. I put in. I got 2 apartment buildings. This slot's probably reserved for a 3rd one when I want to place it in there. I got the infirmary again, grocer again, and security station again, with a statue in the middle. What's this? Oh, excuse me, on this side, we got Martian University again, and a school again. Train up those kids and train up those adults into specializations, because we got, as you can see, we need lots of engineers, and that's because we got lots of engineering buildings, we got lots of factories. We got a polymer factory up. I have another prefab one that'll need to get up and running eventually. We have, excuse me, we have electronics factories that also require engineers to work in. They just need some rare metal and power to produce electronics for us. Just trying to get a little more self-sufficient, you know, instead of spending money on resources, which I'm doing anyways, you know, machine parts, electronics, and polymers, we've always just been ordering. Polymers, actually, like I showed over there, you can find on the surface, but that's not sustainable either, because not like metal where they come in 45 or you know, 20 to 45 clumps of metal. Some of them are small, but, you know, lots of them are higher up. That's why we have so much metal and why we're surviving on metal. It's because, like, you can just pick up so much of it. 27, 42, 25, 24. Like after this meteor shower hit, lots of this polymer popped up. But see, it's like 1, 3. This is a big one at 9, I think. Just not the same. Big old 32. Just not the same. So we've had to buy a lot of that stuff. These resources manufactured over here. Fuel, not so much. Fuel, we've been able. So far, this one fuel refinery has been keeping us, and I actually have it slowed, so it's not even working all the time. Because I mean, we were at one point running out of fuel space. At one point, probably turn it back up for production for now. Just say screw it, screw it. It's all automated, no workers necessary, so don't matter. Build up the fuel stock again. Yeah, as you can see, our electronics and our mechanical parts are not good. I got our spaceship on the way with more, but just trying to be more self-sufficient, trying to get that production up. Of course, these need mechanical parts, these need electrical parts, these need mechanical parts. This needs electrical, everything, all the maintenance of stuff. This needs electronic parts to sell. These buildings are luckily just concrete, which I'm also running low on because it never really caught up from when I constructed a bunch of stuff. Did upgrade that to increase production, but was this out of concrete now? No deposits. Okay, well, never mind. This was running. Now it is no longer running. So it looks like I'm gonna have to get concrete online ASAP. I was thinking of moving over here because there's two nice deposits here that be able to eat up. This is a nice 2000. This is 438. Still don't know what the grade does in terms of anything, so eventually maybe we'll figure that out. I have no idea. Like the only thing I think great of is like how much concrete you actually get. Like it says 2069, but since it's low grade you might only get, you know, 1500 out of it, and then there's waste rock afterwards. You know, whereas this is high grade, so like 438, well, you might get 400 or whatever. Like I don't know if it's based on percentages or what it is. Does it say anything about grade? But anyways, as a side note, looks like I have to go get concrete next time. Anything else for this building? No, I went through those, went through these. Still not great. As you can see, the work shifts are not filled out. And of course they're not all engineers. Should be learning though to be engineers. And yeah, I don't know what kind of these spots are going to be filled out with yet. Like I said, this one's probably going to be reserved for another apartment building, but besides that, not a lot of things you can build with one hexagon. All I've really found are these statues or like a passage entrance. So maybe I can build another dome over here and passage it through. Because if you go along the sidewalk, you don't actually like have to go into the hex or anything. Saves you space, I think. Unless this is cut off here. This cuts off a space, then we're boned. Let's just test the theory out. So now I don't remember when I'm curious. Go here. And go wee till 40 concrete, and then that's your max distance. So yeah, you could build another passage to go out that way. Maybe just another statue right here. Because I'm not building another dome up this way. Not that there's any resource out here, but it would just be to, you know, probably put in place more of these kinds of buildings. Would be my best guess. That's what I would want them for. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll just go fuck off and maybe I'll just build over here where there's water and metal that we can extract. Over here where there's metal and water, we can just branch off the water this way. Use up this water. This is all shite though. This all just needs to boom. It's all trash. It's all nothing now. Salvage you for what I can and move on with our day. So yeah, that's my, additional 20 days on Mars. I got this kind of dome up and running. These two domes, I guess. Not really much more I can say other than that. 2 domes up and running. Power grid, much better. Still only in our little area of Mars, but like I said, I think we're gonna have to think about maybe putting a dome somewhere else. Not be connected to the home domes. Might have to go out, venture out. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for today. So I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to help out the channel, you can like, subscribe, comment, do any and all of those things if you enjoyed the video today. And as we say up here in Canada, peace out!